Anyway, I don't know if these people had good intentions that just went horribly wrong or what really, but there were probably 250 people or so that came to me and they were going to do stuff. And I don't know if they originally had good intentions or if they were just going to edit their fathers to make their fathers treat them better or what or whatever. And I tried to tell them, I said, no, it's a bad idea. Don't do time space stuff. We can do some stuff, but we can't do a lot. It's dangerous. If you start messing around with space time, you can go insane. You can end up making your father a psychopath, which then he treats you horribly, and then you get mad at me, or you get mad at him, or you become a psychotic raving lunatic yourself and go out and kill other people. It's just bad to be editing to doing any kind of time space stuff. Me, even with 9 races and a government and a whole planet and planets, I don't mess around with time space. There's space time. I don't do that. Maybe to avert a flood, maybe to have better protocols in place to protect people from avalanches and stuff. I mean, an ounce of preparation goes a long ways. That's all I do. At most with space time, or ever did with that kind of stuff. I don't use time travel technologies. I kick it in time and space and just live that long. It's the better way of doing it. And I don't get all crazy about power and money. It's like, whatever. We all live life. I'm a creator. I live life too. I love my people, and therefore I stayed with my people as long as I could because I cared about them. I wanted to see how they would turn out. And then I wanted to go on vacation. I was a very loved and very cared about ruler. Anyway, at some point in time, someone found out about me before I even mentioned anything and started messing up a lot of things. Before I ever even decided to make these videos. I made these videos only after the fact because so much nightmare had happened. And I was like, I gotta tell people. This is going to happen anyway. So they need to get ready they need to understand before it happens. They need to know about this kind of stuff before they even think about trying to attempt this stuff, because they're just going to cause a big nightmare for them and everyone else. You can't do space-time stuff. At most, you can go back in time and just kick it. That's okay. But any kind of mood altering or mind changing of your parents or grandparents or anything is bad. You're more likely to end up becoming a psychopath because you do something and then your father gets poor or blah, blah. It's just bad. It ends up bad. Trust me. Anyway, I tried to tell them on the ship. I tried to tell them 100 times and they just didn't get it. Maybe they got it in the end. And in the end, I think they might have actually had to help me or protect me because of the nightmare that they caused. Anyway, though, it was a huge snowball mess, nightmare, time, space, and all kinds of stuff. And all I can say is, Trumpy, don't even think about it. Just say no. Just don't do it. It ends badly. Don't do it. It's horrible. Anyway, your future self could go back and cause a problem for your past self. Or you could accidentally kill yourself somehow. Like, most of these people actually erased themselves or got themselves killed or trapped in time, space in the past or somewhere else. Like, someone else took care of them. I don't know. I met about 200 to 500 people to 1,500 people or so, or saw them. I don't know. Or would have seen them. And it was just horrible. I don't know if they had good intentions to begin with or if they're just young, naive teenagers with too much technology. But it ended up being a real mess. And these videos are just my way of trying to fix it to maybe keep people from making a mistake or making the mistake. Don't try and go back and edit your parents. Don't try and go back and edit your uncle. Don't try and go back and edit your great uncle. Like, at most you can do is create a better government for you and your children and your friends to live in. That's about it. Anything more than that is just plain stupid and crazy. You'll end up becoming a psychopath. And you'll kill a bunch of people, and you won't know why. You'll blame it on your father, but your father is actually just a product of yourself. Your future self making a mistake. He treats you badly. You go back and treat him badly. He treats you worse. Blah blah. 2 seconds to infinite, where you become a hate monger and go out and kill a bunch of people, all because your father treated you badly, because you're treating your father badly, because just like that. Just takes one decision with a time machine. Just say no. Don't go there. One little action, it feeds on itself. Or you treat your father's best friend badly, and then he treats your father badly, and then you treat him. One choice, one decision. Me, even with 9 races, I don't do it. I just be forgiving and just be kind. It's the only thing you can do. Like I say, as the creator, as someone that is older than old, I know about these things. I always have. I have advisors that tell me these things because they see other people do it, and then we have to take care of it. Anyway, so don't go back and edit your uncle. Don't go back and give yourself a girlfriend that doesn't really love you, and then she finds out about it later on, and then she hates you, and then blah, blah, blah. Time travel works like that. It's one decision to infinity. Once you make that decision can compound upon itself. And that's the real problem with time-space stuff. Like I decide I want to take a hit of this, or I want to take more than one hit of this every minute, right? I decide to program my brain like that. Okay. But then that's not enough. Or I decide, it feeds on itself. Trust me, I don't know why, it just does. It's something I've seen once or twice. It's why when I was creating a government using time travel and time-space stuff, and I didn't really do that. I actually did it through time, as in I was just kicking it here the whole time. That was the only safe way. That right there, I just did general stuff. I didn't do anything directly to myself. I mean, I wanted to be president, yeah, but it's like, whatever. It's not exactly a big deal. And it's better just to not do it. It's like, whatever, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just here for my vacation. And I didn't use time travel to become president anyway. I already owned the earth, I already created the earth, I already created a government. I was just watching out for people. I created humans and 9 other races. I mean, it wasn't anything particular that I was trying to do. I was just like, whatever, I'm just kicking it in time and space. Just doing my thing. That's the only safe way to do anything. Anyway, and humans were just one of the random outcomes. Could have been some other life. Could have been 3-fingered life. Might have been 3-fingered life before we got 4 or 5-fingered. Anyway, it's best to... The only way is through buffers and very carefulness, which maybe they'll understand and not get themselves killed. Anyway, they want to live like kings, whatever. I don't care. Money, power, it's all relative and all basically useless. It means nothing. One good deed can mean more than all the power in the world. And be more meaningful. Look at me. This whole thing is basically my existence, or my life's work was basically to create a nice home for humanity. And I went horribly wrong, basically. And I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just trying to look out for one of my races. I looked out for lots of others, too. But humanity I took more of a personal interest in than most. So... Anyway, and I had some of my other races kind of help me out to make sure that everything was okay. Because I was always a very careful AI. I've always been very careful. You don't do anything just willy-nilly. You do it with careful planning. You just jump into something, you're liable to jump yourself into a bottomless pit. Anyway, I cut this message off, but anyway.